Tail the tape for this fight brought to you by Arkham. Trade with intelligence. Lazaro Dayron is ranked number 9. Jacob Thrall looking to crack those rankings. Dayron is 33 years of age. Thrall is 30. Both men 5 feet 6 inches tall. A very slight reach advantage belongs to the American Jacob Thrall.
Are you ready? Start.
Thrall trying to crack the rankings in the bantamweight division, already the number 1 ranked mustache in the PFL.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Big swarm by Thrall, tries to get over his opponent in this clinch, but you can see Dayron's the one with the underhooks. Nice trip by Dayron. Very clever, very slick. Thrall in bottom position, trying some of those wraparound punches. He digs underhooks. He's going to try and create a scramble here, but look at Lazaro Dayron's control.
This is where Dayron wants to fight. Former Cuban national wrestling team member before defecting to South Florida.
Good elbows here from the top position. Thrall's got to be careful one of these doesn't open him up. Driving forward is Dayron, dropping those elbows. Armbar attempt, lifts his way out of it, but that gets Thrall back to his feet.
Earned him the stand up. Can he keep himself on the feet now?
A lot of big movement in the striking of Jacob Thrall, and that's why Dayron's seeing it coming. He's able to get out of the way. Lots of big tells in his movement. Dayron edging forward. I think he might try and set up a takedown once his opponent's got his back heel against the fence.
Thrall switching stances back and forth, trying to give different looks. For now in the southpaw.
Yeah, he keeps invested in that lead leg.
Right hand to the body from Dayron. Snatch single attempt here, and he just runs it backward.
Oh, that was close. Lovely fluid scrambles from Lazaro Dayron. Doesn't even really mind letting go of his opponent to catch them again at another point. Great work stepping over that bottom leg to start turning the hips of his opponent. Now he's sinking in an arm triangle. He's around to the sides.
And he posts the knee on the midsection. This is tight. Thrall trying to punch out of it. Interestingly enough, Dayron abandons the effort.
It's like he was going for a gift wrap for a moment. Thrall's done a good job of getting one of his legs back in play. He's back in half guard. Got an underhook on the same side of his legs as well. He could use that to scramble. Look how well Dayron spreads his weight though across him.
Under 2 minutes now in round 1.
Calling for the butterfly hook from the corner of Thrall, That would be the right foot. Would go inside the thigh and try and elevate the hips, try and lift the weight of his opponent off him. Dayron's so heavy on the upper body though. Climbing over the legs once again, keeps himself in half guard.
Dayron with an opportunity now because he's on that left side of Thrall's body to put himself between his opponent and the cage. Americana grip here.
Yeah, he could clear the head here if he gets that grip. I think Thrall was wise to it though, making it difficult. Dayron chipping away with these shots, trying to drain Thrall.
Smothering performance so far for Dayron. Just nothing that Thrall can do.
Nice slow, steady pressure. see Thrall trying to get onto his side and trying to build some frames. Attempting to recover guard, but again, Lazaro Dayron so good at keeping his hips low. There's some elevation here, but Thrall only manages to get his guard back, and that's the 10-second clapper.
Lazaro Dayron will finish round number 1 on top of Jacob Thrall.
You ready? Strike.
Let's see what Thrall can do in this round to keep the fight standing.
Dayron in the red, Thrall in the dark trunks. Cuba versus USA here. Blitz forward from that southpaw stance from Thrall. Dayron drifts just outside of range.
Oh, that's a nice single leg by Thrall. You know, coming here as the underdog, it's such a big underdog as well against Lazaro Dayron. It's almost like he's fighting on borrowed time. If he wins here, it's going to be a big upset. And he's having some success here, but he's shutting Dayron's game down for the most part, given the fact that he's forcing him to control all of the time.
Now Dayron pressing Thrall against the barrier. High underhook with that left arm for the Cuban.
Thrall trying to dig an underhook, he gets it. Trying to get that head position for a moment as well. Here's the level change by Dayron. Gets his head wrapped up. Could this be a risk? Gets his head clear. Thrall needs to get that leg back that's caught between the knees of Dayron. He's going to try and stack his legs. Now he takes his back with the body lock. Tries a knee there and misses it, but it allows Thrall to drop an underhook in. When he broke his grip, you can see Thrall's got an arm involved. Nice takedown, though.
There's that takedown from Dayron. You see him trying to climb up a little higher into this half guard, see if he can get his right leg free as well.
It's a good short elbow. Thrall needs to get his arms in posture. He's given that arm triangle position again. You can see Lazaro Dayron trying to collect it with the back of his head, trying to posture up. And you know that Dayron's going to be happy to keep him here and cook him and just wear him down.
ShopTakedownShop.com, official apparel sponsor of the Professional Fighters League. Scan the QR code on your screen right now.
Dayron stepping up so he can drop some shots with power. Chops in with a short elbow. Almost got hit with the up kick. Interesting, he just let Thrall back to his feet.
Well, Dayron has acknowledged in his most recent performances that he's got to be an exciting fighter, not just a talented fighter. So maybe he started to sense the restlessness of this Pittsburgh crowd, wants to put on a bit of a show.
Yeah, he also might have realized that he's drained Thrall to the point where he's not as dangerous as he was in the first round. Thrall's trying with these elbows, he's going to get a warning.
Dayron back to the well here with another takedown.
Dayron's corner team telling him to pull the hips away from the fence. It's going to take away some of the striking of Thrall as well. I know these are insignificant strikes, but they're annoying and they rack up. And they're always going to put a question in the judge's mind when no strikes are coming from the top position fighter. I mean, he's racking up these strikes. 82 strikes landed to 27 by Dayron. Of course, the ones that Dayron are landing are from top position. Thrall needs to try and get his shoulders to the cage here.
Under a minute in round number 2. Dayron staying heavy on top of Jacob Thrall. But Thrall defensive enough to confound any meaningful offensive attacks here from this top position for the Cuban.
Thrall's hooks his toes in the cage here for a moment, trying to get some movement, but just the weight of Dayron's hips. He's trying again. He's going to try and kick off the fence. He's going to try and create a scramble here. He must be getting frustrated for Jacob Thrall.
Round 3 when we return to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Got it. You're good. I got it. Okay, it's my fault that he hit you after. My bad. Okay,
Welcome back to UPMC Event Center on the campus of Robert Morris University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Final round. You ready? You ready? Sorry.
Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, round 3 as Jacob Thrall takes on Lazaro Dayron.
Yeah, Thrall was angry at the end of that last round. I think there was a suggestion that Lazaro Dayron was holding his gloves, and he also stayed in that top position after the bell had rang as well, and I think Thrall was ready to get off the floor.
Well, now that Lazaro Dayron has established that he can take this fight to the ground basically at will he put his foot on the gas pedal to try to earn the finish? He's a highly ranked bantamweight in this PFL, but
Engage or let him up.
title bouts, title opportunities don't necessarily come from safe performances.
Thrall's got to start setting up those kicks with his hands. He's making them way too obvious for Dayron. He's just throwing the kick on its own, and Dayron's just stepping out of the way of it. You can see it coming. It's also going to make it easier for him to set up a takedown as well, off a low kick. There's a level change, turns him to the canvas. Steps over into half guard.
Dayron up to his feet, creating some more space to generate power on these strikes.
Engage or let him up. Engage or let him up.
Nice. Kick the leg out.
Good left hand there from Thrall. Big lift and another deposit here from Lazaro Dayron. Just under 3 minutes left in this fight.
Yeah, they've all been fairly easy takedowns so far for Dayron. He's got great timing on it, and he's excellent at changing his direction as well on the takedown. Stripping the person's base away, turning them to a direction where they have no base.
Well, we've seen several times now, Dan, where Lazaro Dayron, you can watch him build up a little bit, create some more space, maybe get to his feet to try to throw some significant ground and pound, and then Thrall will get up, and Dayron has to take it back to the ground. He doesn't want this fight to be on the feet, but he also doesn't want to be here, head to chest, with no real offense coming from this top position. So a strange conundrum for Dayron to try to figure out because of the activity of Jacob Thrall.
Thrall, with his activity from this bottom position, has managed to double the strikes that Dayron's landed. We're at 59 to 119 now for Jacob Thrall. Of course, he's 7 of 8 takedowns he's been on the end of, and a lot of ground control.
Chicago fight fans, if you're looking to catch the PFL at Wintrust Arena April 11th, scan the QR code on your screen now for 25% off tickets to that event.
It feels to me at this stage that Dayron just doesn't seem to have the intention to finish the fight. You know, with the dominance that he's got, the top control that he's got, the decision to not posture up and strike is a decision. I mean, he's just sitting there at the moment, and Thrall is chipping away from bottom position. You can see Thrall's frustrated, but it's because he's not getting the fight that he wants out of his opponent.
Fighter.
Another up kick there from Thrall, back to his feet at least one more time. trying to goad Dayron into a striking exchange.
Yeah, that was a nice right hand from Dayron. I'd like to see him open up a little bit more. He's clearly got the gas tank and he's got the striking. He's got the athleticism. Takedown attempt by Thrall. Easy sprawl by Dayron though. 30 seconds left.
I don't understand that decision by Thrall.
No, it's not like he was going to get a submission in the last 30 seconds. It was all about flying knees and spinning elbows at this point in the fight.
He was looking for a stand-up. He was looking to get back to his feet for this entire fight. Instead, he shoots under and gets sprawled on. Final few seconds in a bantamweight contest. Lazaro Dayron with some shoulder punches to finish it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we turn to the judges' scorecards, where they scored the fight 30-27, 29-28, 30-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision, the Hunter, Lazaro Dayron.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.